Good afternoon, Randomizer League fans. That's right. We've got more Super Metroid Item Randomizer League Season 3 Team Edition action heading your way. I'm the Hockey Town, and I'm joined by Maniacal. What's going on, Maniacal?
Not too much hockey. I am about to enjoy a Randomizer League Season 3 Week 4 race between FrencHForCe on the left with Wish and Diddy representing the team, and Team Derust on the right with Gameaholic, the late sub for benched Ye Old Fart Gamer, and Desmus. And I think it's going to be a good one. So what are they randomizing today?
I'm glad you asked, Maniacal, because this will be a route randomizer, branching route randomizer to be specific. What that means? Well, viewer, you're in for a real treat because our runners, all of the rooms and things are sort of randomized into branching routes, as it's called. And our runners will definitely have to pick up certain progression items to make it through the game. They may have to face all 4 bosses. They may have to only face 1 or even 0. But yeah, Maniacal, you could definitely maybe a little bit more well-versed in this category than I am. So fill in any blanks that I have.
Well-versed is a very generous way for you to describe me at just about anything, and especially this category, hockey. But I've seen me a few of these. As you notice, the door to the right of landing site is what was available to the runners. I think there's 2 doors off a landing site that are always going to be available. The runners are guaranteed to find on a fairly linear path at the start here their morph ball, which we see them collecting, as well as down here at Alpha Missiles. They will get Alpha Missiles. That pink door, the red door to the right of Construction Zone, is going to be the door into Bomb Teresa. They'll always get their morph bombs there. And then they're to the left of the morph ball pedestal, they're going to pick up the charge beam. Those are guaranteed every seed, and that's going to give them some amount of guaranteed progression early, but then everything else going to be random, and they don't know which bosses they're going to have to fight, when they're going to have to fight them. Every room can kind of be any room coming up next, and they're going to basically stumble through the game until they find hub rooms that have multiple doors, and then it's going to branch. And when it branches, they're going to kind of split up, divide and conquer, try and find their way forward. The branches are going to often terminate with a single item that's going to be progression, that's then going to hard gate something downstream in a different branch, and eventually they'll stumble upon a double refill room that signifies that they have sufficiently navigated the branching route rando, and then they're going to be able to go fight Mother Brain with whatever gear it is they have at the time. One of the cool things about this mode is the item sets that are available in the seed, or that they're likely to find, are variable. And so sometimes you're going to have a seed that's really generous, gives you a lot of stuff early, and sometimes you're going to have one that gives you basically nothing. We've seen some like low percent ice style Mother Brain fights and things that are,
oh my goodness,
pretty harrowing, honestly, even for seasoned Super Metroid runners like these folks.
No, absolutely. And you bring up an excellent point, Maniacal, about kind of divide and conquer. These 2 teams, they do have communication with each other. So they're going to work together to navigate through this jumbled branching mess of Zebus to try to pick up an adequate amount of items and literally just find their way. Now, you brought up the double refill room before Mother Brain. Isn't there also a unique room to this rando flavor that indicates that Fantoon is required?
Yeah, so that is another possibility. It can generate a unique room sort of in the G4 tile set, and that's a way to sort of emulate that Fantoon unlocks the wrecked ship. All the wrecked ship stuff is already unlocked because they're going to get these rooms kind of piecemeal, and they need to be able to explore and get items. Oh, and there's first power bombs at Grapple.
Very nice.
We haven't found a power bomb door. I wouldn't be surprised if the one at Criteria Power Bombs is an orange door. However, that's going to be the other door off a landing site. But yeah, there's a unique G4 tile set door that if that happens to spawn and it shows up late, like at the end of the route, that means that they needed to find Fantoon somewhere. So very often, if you see runners run into Fantoon early, they will just be proactive and take care of Fantoon.
No, absolutely. Check this out. So in the shaft, in the reverse climb, we do have a green door. No supers found yet, but those power bombs could prove to be a crucial pickup early, and more power bombs being found there by Diddy. So very interesting so far. Definitely need to find some supers somewhere. But still very early. We're not even 5 minutes into this seed. And yeah, Maniacal, I'm already lost, so I hope you've been drawing a map. Hope you can Skype it to me or something.
I'm drawing only on your expertise.
Oh boy. Oh, we're in trouble now, Maniacal.
That's not
who's
good, man.
driving the bus, Maniacal?
No, I'm Bear is driving. How can that be?
We're just gonna let fate take the wheel, aren't we? But yeah. you see Weesh into one of these hub rooms, as you call them. Actually, Diddy as well, the West Ocean, looking for that wall jump, trying to get up to where you would normally pop out from gravity. And
that is sort of a Route Rando exclusive. That door is going to be unlocked. We know normally in Super Metroid it's a gray door. You can only, under normal circumstances, go one way out of it or into it, and that's from the gravity suit side. But we see that leads to sort of the Meridia entrance to Forgotten Highway.
That's right.
You'll notice that we did take the save there, and I expect Desmus is kind of thinking about doing the same thing. The save rooms off of these are going to be vanilla, so that the runners are able to kind of save their progress somewhat reliably. Saving, resetting when you dead end or reach something you can't pass, and also saving to protect your progress, because deaths are very common in this mode, going to be more important than in a lot of randomizers.
That's very true. Seen a lot of seeds that introduce the iron side hoppers relatively early in the seed with no suits and no energy. It's almost like an instant death. You see here Weesh into post baby skip room or baby room. And there's the first super pack. Now we're talking. So Weesh first to find those supers, able to open up that green door in the shaft, but there's got to be more green doors out there.
Yeah, but you'll notice that the route did terminate there at that missile, at the super missile. So that was what this branch was intended to net them. It was a branch off of a hub room, the Climb, which has 4 doors off of it. And so we know that there's that green door, and that's probably what he and Diddy are talking about right now.
Oh yeah, I'd be surprised if they went anywhere else. That seems like it's the next logical step. Now, we always talk about in Rando, Maniacal, about breaking the logic and how that can sometimes really pay off for runners. But in these route randomizers, it really does feel like you're kind of locked into where the seed is going to take you. There's not really a lot of logic breaking, but correct me if I'm wrong.
There are some ways in which you can break logic for sure. In fact, yesterday, my team actually, I didn't race this mode because absolutely not. I made my teammates do it, but Derp, some sort of savant, and found a way around a gravity suit that was late in the logic chain.
Oh my goodness! In
the seed that they ended up getting, and it so sometimes these things can turn out and be very interesting, but for the most part, the way the route randomizer is designed, the way that Leorin made it, is that it really tries to keep it so that you can't break it. Although it was made quite a while ago and not under active development, but maybe some new tech that we've discovered in the past handful of years kind of can confound some of his design choices.
Oh, yeah, you could say that again, Maniacal. As a speed game, both randomizer and vanilla, there's been a ton of tech that's been discovered in Super Metroid in the last couple of years. You see, Weesh is going to be the first one to find that green door in the Climb. Oh. It goes right into Shack Tool. Unfortunately, Desmus taking a death there. He also had those super missiles. Was looking to head back to that Shack. Oh, a death for Weesh as well.
That's a Shack Tool %. Yeah, but these deaths are very common in this mode.
Yes, but saves.
Yeah,
we got saves, Maniacal. Oh, but Weesh didn't save after picking up these supers.
Yeah, so he's gonna get a little bit of a backtrack here, but that's okay. Again, you know, he knows where it is that he needs to go. He knows where he wants to go. Um, so did you see what got Desmus?
I didn't. I was looking at Gameaholic and then flashed over to Diddy, but I did not see what got Desmus.
It was an ouch.
It was an ouch.
Yeah.
Well, ouch. My goodness. Those ouches do cause a lot of pain for our runners here.
Yeah.
But
Meridian enemies are no joke.
The eponymous ouch, right?
Yeah.
But really curious what's going to be behind Shack Tool. That's going to be kind of a pain to have to backtrack through if that's, you know, if backtracking is necessary. Although I don't know if it is.
Let's see if Desmus can make it by Shack Tool. Just let him do his thing, man. Just don't.
Oh no,
Desmus!
Well, I think he's resetting the room because Shack Tool wasn't digging. He was going around the world.
Well, you can. You can go under in this mode. You can roll under.
Oh, you can.
A modification that you don't need to wait for him to dig.
Oh, that's interesting. That's excellent. That is excellent.
Yeah, this mode has a bunch of really functional but peculiar modifications that makes it in some ways very much distinct from just about every other randomizer mode that you'll see for Super Metroid.
Definitely some quality of life options, you might say. But yeah, seeing Shack Tool claim another victim. Will the runners get past Shack Tool? Tune in right now to find out. We will see.
Yeah, it looks like Diddy must have made it by Shack Tool, or he found something else. Is he further down that branch, or is this a different branch that Diddy's on? I haven't been.
I think this has got to be the post Shack Tool.
Yeah, there was the landing site option as well. Diddy is going to do an IBJ, or at least attempt it, to get up to the pantry item. Definitely a good check to make.
Got confirmation for our illustrious tracker 2D Tones that Diddy was the first to conquer Shack Tool. Thank you so much, 2D.
Yeah, shout out to 2D Tones. Absolutely.
Yeah, in the 11th hour, I signed up to track with Cheaty on another one of these earlier this week. So my hat's off to 2D tracking a 2v2. Very challenging. So these Rando League season races, you know, commentary is one thing, but the tracking cannot be understated.
Yeah. Oh, and we have Diddy finding Spore Spawn. Our second boss, actually. We did have to fight Bomb Terizo as we always do.
That's right.
He found a second boss here, and what a boss it is. But yeah,
absolutely.
I can't even track for myself, let alone track for 4 people without item fanfares.
It's both a blessing and a curse to have the item fanfares that kind of, you know, zip right through everything. Don't even have a chance to really, you know, see what it was. But I think Diddy's got a great item loadout here to face.
Alas,
Spawn.
His item loadout just got a lot worse as he found Spore Spawn's hitbox, not hurtbox. With his last 2 super missiles.
Oh man, the commentary curse, maybe just a little curse, but yeah, not probably gonna be dropping any supers anytime soon. But
yeah, the spores don't drop them.
But Weesh and Gameaholic kind of in the back of Gauntlet here. This is a very, very dangerous room to be in, but they do have a great number of power bombs to clear away those big blocks. So hopefully they can navigate through here no problem. See Spore Spawn accelerating his movement. He's on the ropes, Maniacal.
I think he's got some life left in him. He's not looking olive enough for me just yet.
Oh my goodness. There we go. There we go.
We're getting close.
He's definitely shaking now.
And Diddy has found his one weakness, which is the bottom left corner of the room.
every boss has got to have a weakness or a character flaw of some type. Of Spore Spawns, he moves in that infinity symbol pattern, but Just can't quite get to that lower left corner. And I see Weesh and Gameaholic starting their Spore Spawn fights.
Oh, and we found Bubble Mountain, which is another
Ooh.
great node.
Absolutely tons of rooms off of here. We got green door. Good plan here from Diddy to save. Very good idea. Who knows what awaits it, you know, you got at least, what, 3 or 4 more doors to check. Bubble Mountain's a great hub.
Yeah, I mean, we've got the green door here on the left. We've got the 2 doors on the bottom, and then 3 in the top, and that is not the door that Diddy wanted. Now he knows, but that's why you save.
Absolutely.
That's why the first door he went to was the save door.
Gonna nope right out of there. Superheated room. No Varia suit yet. Now, the gravity suit does give you heat protection in this. Is that correct, Maniacal?
Yeah, a lot of the functionality changes that came along in later generations of Super Metroid Randomizer, namely, you know, based off of like Total's Randomizer or even Desi's Randomizer, weren't built into this early work of Leorin's. So we will see vanilla gravity suit functionality, although that does also mean that Rainbow Beam by Mother Brain is going to work the way that we know that it works. And so
that's right.
The only big difference between having gravity and having gravity plus Varia is in the total number of E-tanks required to survive Mother Brain.
Absolutely. And so far, this has been a pretty stingy seed on energy tanks. Pretty generous on missiles, as they usually are, of course. But, yeah. Oh, here we get into the cosine room. That's interesting. What could be at the end of this hallway?
I hope we find out.
Ooh!
We want that.
Ooh, we want that, Maniacal. Pick it up. Diddy finds Varia. Huge pickup for FrencHForCe.
Yeah, which means that heated room behind that super missile door off Bubble Mountain might be the next place that he wants to go. Although I don't know how much he wants to go there because it's full of violas. Like it's a lower Norfair room.
Yeah, and with 1 energy tank, that's going to be a pretty tough room. Definitely going to explore a little bit more. Maybe find some energy tanks or maybe some other items.
The Magdalite room next up.
Yeah, this is a much more reasonable upper Norfair room with this current progression, current item collection at this point. Team Derust not far behind. Definitely, Gameaholic has gotten to Bubble Mountain, I believe. Decimus, on the other hand, let's see.
Yeah, Desmus and Gameaholic are taking a lot of little pauses to just kind of confer, I think, be sure that they're on the same page about where they want to go, where they need to go. Nice deboost there off the fire for Desmus. I'm loving the strats people are pursuing to go through that particular room.
That was
there have been a few
really
cool ones.
That. Now, how about Diddy? He's stalled at a dead end because he does not have space jump. That is the Chozo statue that drains the lava. So that could be
thinking about it.
Space jump is required.
In fact, it likely does mean that space jump is required, and he's turning around.
It looks like Weesh has found the crab maze.
Yeah,
really curious what's in that viola room.
Yeah, that's the thing is you kind of have to divide and conquer these rooms a little bit.
Ooh, Gameaholic made it through that viola room entrance to Ridley vanilla version, but then gets hit by that enemy recycled from Chrono Trigger. Oh wait, Maniacal. Chrono Trigger came out second. That enemy that was recycled in Chrono Trigger. So Gameaholic has not picked up Varia, but still making his way, doing a little brief 1 hallway hell run to try to get through and try to get some more progression here.
Thankfully, we know that they will find their Varia suit here fairly soon, or at least I'm hoping they'll find it fairly soon.
No, for sure.
I think we're all going to know before they do because Diddy is going to show us what's on the other side of that door.
back into Sandy Meridia.
Yep, the old Chrono Trigger bats.
But I believe this is a one-way. I don't think there's I think there's only one door here. But take some tricky wall jumping. No high jump boots yet.
They're just gonna need to crouch jump, down grab, or get a wall jump out of there, and looks like the wall jump is the way.
Very nicely done from Diddy. And it looks like Desmus is in the Brinstar shaft. The green Brinstar shaft.
Yeah, how did we end up here? Now high jump boots.
I don't know. I have no idea. Ooh, pants room. Gotta have grapple.
That's
gotta have it.
Hard behind grapple. I imagine that grappling beam. Ooh, gravity suit for Desmus.
Oh, very nice.
Now that's really interesting because they might just get there before they get their Varia suit. In fact,
oh yeah,
Gameaholic is thinking about maybe just turning around. Okay, now yeah, he was thinking about it. He's in the same room as Barry. He's like, do I want to go get that gravity suit?
Oh, man.
And the answer is yes.
Absolutely.
So now they have both suits on Team Derust.
That is huge, Maniacal. That is a huge, huge turn of events.
Absolutely.
Very interesting.
And Leisha's going back through Spore Spawn, now just a desiccated husk.
Yeah, we're not in Kansas anymore. That sepia-toned room. Oh my goodness. Maybe we're back in Kansas every time we go in that room. I'm not sure, Mike. Let me consult my notes here. But
I think that was the Kansas lens, yeah.
Yeah.
So but dusty.
You saw Desmus fighting Kraid there, but
good Kraid fight.
Yeah, very good Kraid fight. There is no door in Kraid's room anymore. There's just a door out.
Yeah.
So but I think that door in the ceiling is probably open now.
Yeah, that's to keep you from entering Kraid's room from the right. There are some clever modifications that were made. So this is going to open up the other door, which was grayed out, waiting on Kraid to be killed.
Ooh, Desmus going right by it.
It's an interesting choice by Desmus to not explore what Kraid just got him.
It's possible that he didn't know that it did unlock that door and he just maybe thought it was a different boss, but we'll see. He's going into where the usual early Supers mock ball is, back in Meridia.
Yeah, so those are the sorts of things to watch out for in these matches, because we've seen a lot of people sort of have their fortune shifted by unforced errors.
For sure.
In especially these route randos, just because players aren't as familiar with them as a lot of the other types of randomizers.
Well, it looks like Desmus has found his way back to the landing site, so he kind of found the end of that big loop for all the way, kind of terminating into the green Brinstar shaft. And unfortunately, Gameaholic found that Chozo statue room requiring space jump, but took a little dip in the lava, could not get out, so just took a reset there.
Oh, did he? The yapping maw.
Those yapping maws.
Pulled him right into the
yapping maws. So a little bit of a setback there, but has that, I believe, a Bubble Mountain save.
Yeah, Bubble Mountain save is good. Now they've still not found their gravity suit, so.
Shoot, I don't even know how to get there, Maniacal.
it was somewhere off of
Bubble
Green Brinstar.
Or off of Green Brinstar, okay.
Yeah, so whenever we get to the Green Brinstar business center equivalent, like the main green shaft hub.
I think it's the down door in Bubble, because the bottom left door led back to Spore Spawn. So I think that must be the branch that leads to that Green Brinstar shaft.
Seems reasonable enough to me. We do see some backtracking going on here from FrencHForCe. They're both kind of heading back toward the start, saying that they want to go and look at Criteria power bombs. I guess they
play for sure.
They've obviously not completely explored the Bubble Mountain area because they didn't find that green Brinstar hub.
That's right, and that means they also didn't find gravity.
Yeah. So
That was
this
a huge ticket item for Team Derust.
yeah, this could send them, right back the way from which they're coming. The good news is that if they don't save, they'll be able to just reset to Bubble Mountain. That is a hacked up looking ship there for Wish.
I don't know. I think it's kind of cool.
some nightmare fuel there.
It's got kind of a biomechanical look to it.
Yeah,
I can dig it.
Shack Tool. Oh man, that yard wanted some. Good dodge there by Diddy.
Oh
yard
yes.
was not being chill. Now Diddy's gonna need to. Oh no! Here comes the yard. Is it gonna come around?
Oh my gosh!
I'm
the
wrapped.
Anticipation.
I can't handle it.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, so you see Gableholic turning around outside the pants room or within the pants room. There is no possibility of doing ice clip. There's no. I don't know the name of that enemy. It's like a little kind of bouncing slug. I don't know.
Puyo.
Kind of a ribbon-like enemy.
Yeah. Or ribbon.
Yeah.
Ribbon
it's a ribbon. But I believe that let me collect my thoughts here. I think Wish got that super room. Oh, okay. So the super room off a landing site, the left side, goes back to this green Brinstar shaft. All roads lead to Rome.
That's really interesting. So they have a way to where they need to go.
It just wasn't the way absolutely that Team Derust went.
It's interesting that was a forward accessible path. Maybe that's how Derust found it. Maybe they actually did find it off this. Maybe it wasn't off of Bubble Mountain.
It's possible for sure.
It's hard to watch 4 screens at once, as it turns out.
Oh yes, even with 2 monitors and satellite communication, GPS coordinates, it's still tough, What those have to do with it, I have no idea. Just let's roll with it, Maniacal.
I'm just letting you go, Hockey. No stopping this train.
Nope, that's right. Everyone's on board. We're going all the way to the end.
There's that
yes.
Suit.
Wish finds gravity suit. Very well done. So that's both suits for Wish. You got a suit each on Team Derust. And Diddy's all the way back at Retro Brinstar, so quite a ways away from his teammate.
Yeah, although there are some doors that can lead back to other hubs. Like there's some interconnectedness of it. So I don't actually know for certain that that the landing site was the only way to Green Brinstar.
Right. So bottom of Green Bryn is a locked door.
Yeah, nothing.
But I thought that the right side one, I thought this one goes back to Bubble Mountain.
I thought so as well.
Oh no, it goes to Kraid.
Oh, that's the Kraid door. Okay, so yeah, this is one of the things that Team Derust chose to not explore. So Kraid is going to open the door that's above that would normally go to the refill station above Kraid. And we'll see if Wish decides to check that.
I hope so, because I'm just dying to know what's up there. But you see Diddy now into...
It's likely the grapple beam, right? Or space jump.
It's got to be one or the other, I think. I can't think of any other checks where those items could reveal themselves. Looks like Wish is going to take Kraid to prom, but Diddy catching up, definitely taking that landing site green door, that super door.
Was that a super drop from Kraid's claw?
I didn't see it, unfortunately, but that'd be pretty cool if it was.
It's a nice drop there.
Yeah. Oh,
and we've got the spring ball room.
Yeah.
For an E-tank.
Not bad. Oh. Those have been awfully scarce.
Yeah, second E-tank. They will need to find at least one more. E-tank or reserve tank. Speaking of reserve tank, we finds one in this. They are changed to little Franker Z heads. Um, for
Classic.
for no real good reason, but Gameaholic is in an intense fight with Shack Tool
Oh
and
my gosh.
some yards. Oh, the yard got him from the
The
back.
yard. He was locked in Mortal Kombat.
Shack Tool is taking names today.
That's right. So Diddy picks up Gravity Suit. So it's both suits for both runners on FrencHForCe. But yeah, death's definitely on the menu in this category. Very, very challenging. And it's so hard to undo a lot of muscle memory when you're going through rooms backwards.
Yeah. As we see from Diddy, this room that you normally only go downward through most of the time, unless you're taking the Brinstar route in a randomizer, you generally don't go that way through the green Brinstar shaft, and it can be kind of unusual and confounding for players.
No doubt about it. How about confounding and unusual? How about the Leodox room here for Desmus? Very tough room with a low amount of items. But he's definitely blazing a new trail, going to some areas we have not seen before. I'm really curious what Desmus is going to find.
Yeah, this is a new branch. What we're seeing from Wish in the beach area of Meridia is new. There's like quite a few doors on this route that Wish is on as far as potentially progress. So I'm curious which of those is going to bear fruit. Which of these routes is gonna give us which items?
No, for sure. Des just made really quick work of that seldomly called the Wiggle Room. But
Diddy just came through the door out of Gauntlet into landing site. I didn't see where he found that.
Interesting.
And Dragon for Desmus is,
Oh my
is
gosh.
what he gets as a reward.
Ammo is definitely not looking great right now, but
yeah, Dragon, you can farm some drops, so we'll see how Dismas decides to handle this fight. It looks like he is going to try and do the fight. We've seen a lot of runners run into Dragon in low ammo situations and say, I'm better off not doing that particular thing right now. And I can definitely respect that choice. I can respect the stay and fight choice as well, especially with Gravity Suit.
sure.
You're going to be able to guarantee if you win, you can lock it in.
For sure.
Like you're going to be able to get out of the room and go back to your save point. It's possible Pseudo Screws would be doing a better job here than the P shots if Desmus is committing to taking those hits to get those shots in.
It's an interesting technique for sure, but looking to get those drops, and unfortunately they faded away on him. Weesh, though, onto a new branch as well, kind of cathedral, little bit of Meridia type thing going on, but so far not a lot of items. Yeah, it's one of those things.
Yeah, it's some rooms. They're
some rooms connected to some doors, some other rooms. Thank goodness it doesn't have key cards, right?
I'm all for it. I'd take some key cards right about now.
Just to add a new wrinkle, just make it even tougher, right?
Well, it just gives you options to figure out what the seed wants, and what the seed wants Wish to do right now is fight Fantoon. So we'll see if this turns out to be necessary, if that particular room we were talking about does show up at any point.
I'd be definitely curious to see, but I think we're a long ways away from finding out. Like so far, not a lot of movement items for our runners here. Both suits available to both teams. They have been found. A couple bosses have been found, but really stingy on energy, but especially movement items.
A nice goo super drop there for Desmus, who's locked in a real battle here with Dragon. Dragon's actually being pretty nice, given some good goop patterns. Oh, that I don't think found the hitbox.
That belly is awfully red too. I think I think Desmus has got a chance here. Really good chance.
I think about 2,000 more damage will do it for Desmus. That I don't think that was quite a pseudo screw.
Close but no cigar, right?
Yeah, it was a pseudo screw.
Pseudo, yeah, exactly.
It was spin jump into Dragon. good for 0 damage, but there is a morale boost that comes with it.
Oh, absolutely, no doubt about it, Maniacal. You see Weish taking on Fantoon. Fantoon has changed color. He's awfully red. Definitely on the ropes here. And Weish has busted the ghost. Very nice.
Nice round there from Desmus. 4 missiles to work with here. I don't know if you go for this. I think he's 1 hit from death here. And so is Dragon.
Way to go, Desmus, taking down Dragon.
I'd wait around for the drops if I'm Desmus. I'm not gonna lie.
Get more ammo, more better. Maniacal is what I always say.
And goes to terminate with
yes,
base jump. Nice find.
What
there.
A payoff! So that you want to talk about pseudo? That's pseudo vanilla right there.
Yeah, was Dragon leading to space jump? Not an uncommon thing. But yeah, this means that we are going to see, in all probability, some pretty crappy Dragons coming up.
Yeah,
I think that's what this seed is dealing us.
This is the pretty crappy Dragon seed. I agree. But
yeah, so
huge pickup for Team Derust.
Yeah, crappy Shack Tool, crappy Dragon. Oh, and Diddy has found his way into the sewers.
Oh my. But I was talking about stingy movement items. Space jump with gravity suit is just such a nice 1-2 combination. It really makes movement, especially through watery areas, very fast. So definitely quite a little bit of an advantage here for at least for Desmus, as he can communicate that to Gameaholic, get Gameaholic strapped up with that gravity suit and space jump.
Yeah. Now Desmus is plowing onward. I don't think he's found a save since that fight. So that was a lot of time to invest in a Dragon fight that was pretty high yield. Obviously, that we think the runners need to do to get through that Chozo statue.
Yeah. Did anyone check Spazer?
No Spazer check yet. It looks like Diddy and Desmus are in similar parts of the map.
Yeah, they just did a little high five here.
They most certainly are not there. Although this is going to connect back. Okay, so this is
how interesting.
Way back. Okay, so Desmus is making his way back, and we know, I guess, Weish is, I think, on the way.
Maybe.
Here's the Spazer check option.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, this is what
I don't know if we saw this. Sure. And supering it out of muscle memory.
Sometimes you gotta send a message, Maniacal.
Okay, yeah. This is where the E-Tank was.
Spazer goes to Spring Ball for an E-Tank.
Yeah,
and
so
Desmus has already been there. That's why he didn't check it.
Yeah, Desmus got this on the way in. He's backtracking, trying to get to a save station to, cash in on that successful Dragon fight, and he's made it back to Bubble Mountain. Unless he dies to this Sova, I feel like that's, if he manages that, that's not even a commentator's curse, honestly. That's just like garbage gameplay, but he didn't do it. He's not saving though. Go in the save station.
Oh my gosh.
Desmus, what? Oh. This guy's wild.
I love it. You love to see it as a commentator. Just, whew.
You just got through that.
Now he's going to grab Varia and then save. Watch, Maniacal. Okay. Just had to get that Varia suit and then save. I'm calling my shot. Who knows if I'm right? But Diddy's into the Leodox stream, so definitely similar branches. Desmus. Weish, though, taking that top route, that top door from Kraid, heading all the way back to that Brinstar shaft.
Okay, so that's the other way into the Brinstar shaft.
Yes.
Or no, because Kraid was off. I'm so confused right
Oh
now,
man,
Hockey.
yeah.
Never
I
mind.
I was rolling with it, and then you said that, and I'm like, wait a minute,
Oh wait,
no, it's
no,
not.
that's definitely not how that works. So it turns out maybe I should be drawing a map.
Oh my gosh. Well, my artistic talents are negative infinity, but got to save here from Gameaholic. Always wise to save the game. Weish is back at the landing site via kind of the gauntlet entrance.
Did Desmus save?
I don't know. Oh,
Maybe I'll save here. I don't know. Oh yeah.
yes,
Okay,
yes,
here we're gonna
maniacal.
get it. And Diddy has found the required crappy Dragon.
That's right, but ammo looking substantially better than Desmus is dead. He's got 10 supers on tap, 14 missiles. So he can at least deal some serious punishment at the beginning before he has to start farming. But Desmus really navigated very quickly to that Chozo statue. Going to find out what's back here.
Yeah, I mean this is where they need to go. I don't know if Team Derust knew about this location.
I think they did. I think Gameaholic found it about
Okay.
5-10 minutes ago.
Okay, good. It must have been during that riveting Dragon fight.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But I think Grapple's got to be coming up pretty soon. Unless we're just going to get a whole nother slew of, another hub with another slew of doors here.
Probably the end of this branch. Yeah, Desmus doesn't have Speed Booster, does have suits, and these pirates are actually kind of friendly in terms of just running through them. So they'll talk big and shoot things at you, but you can just run through them.
No, for sure, for sure. Love to see Speed Booster. Game definitely becomes more interesting with it. And gosh darn it, Maniacal, I just had to say, oh, they're going to find another hub, and here's Big Pink. Tons more checks, tons more doors.
Yeah, Diddy is doing an excellent job of managing the goo drops and farming Dragon. So this is good. Didn't get great drops that cycle, but is just having a very nice fight. Is ultimately probably going to have a shorter fight than Desmus, in some ways partly due to the extra ammo that he brought into the fight, but overall it's just managing these cycles quite well.
Absolutely.
Even though the drops are crappy, like one big health and then nothing. But
a little dead end for Desmus, but Gameaholic does have Gravity Suit back at the landing site. Consolidate all that effort with a save at the ship. And Weish back in Edicoons, heading backwards. A little bit of backtracking here.
Yeah, for FrencHForCe, Weish is probably waiting to see what shows up behind Dragon is about to get the bad news.
Yeah.
Because this is not a fight that you want to go in on, right? Like, this is not something you're looking forward to.
2 suits make it at least more of a war of attrition, but low ammunition, no beams. That's the other thing that's been stingy about this seed. Just that requisite charge beam at the beginning, and nothing else so far.
No additional beams, not that many E-tanks.
I would say definitely a pretty tough seed so far.
Yeah, I'd say the loadout has not been super generous. The early suits were kind of a little misleading in that regard. Ooh, and no speed booster in the lava. The best time to not have speed booster.
Well, speaking of speed booster, Desmus is into the speed booster hallway. See what's in the ceiling. Just a plain old missile pack.
And now we're going through the sewer.
But showing off that space jump gravity suit combination.
Yeah, it veers. Hit pretty hard. And we're into the back of Gauntlet here.
Gauntlet, yeah.
I feel like we've seen this room. I have no idea if we actually have.
I think we've seen the hallway before Gauntlet, but I don't know if we've seen the back of Gauntlet.
We've seen a lot of Gauntlet today.
We have indeed, Maniacal. We have indeed.
Oh, and left side pirate with the French fry, sniping Diddy.
And just a missile. Tough luck. Nothing at Gauntlet.
Ooh, and we have this this lower Norfair room here. These dragons, much worse aim than that space pirate.
But But yeah, just a little mini hub here, an elevator and a door. So a few fewer checks than Big Pink. But so far, I don't think Team FrencHForCe has found that that specific branch to reach, where Desmus is. So I think Desmus is just kind of blazing the trail right now.
Yeah, Desmus is giving us the most new information right now. Although Diddy backtracking with that space jump, that's the key to getting into that area, is going to be there soon enough, and that we know is going to be the key to possibly grappling beam if that's what turns out to be the progression back through the pants room, but possibly other items that are going to lead to the end game eventually.
For sure, for sure. I would love to see some kind of wraparound loop or some kind of entrance back to the landing site, but I don't know if our runners are going to get it because that is a long way back to that pants room.
Yeah. Interesting, with no beams and only 20 missiles, Desmus is already starting to skip in-room missile packs. I don't know that I agree with this strategy. Just depending on getting the DPS from beams at some point later is usually a pretty safe bet, but with no item fanfare, I'm a fan of grabbing the ammo that the game gives you.
Yeah, definitely advisable, but yeah, he must be thinking he's gonna, like you said, Michael, he's gonna grab all those beams, like
for this reason, right
for
here.
this reason.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's found Batwoon.
You have a charged pea shooter and a water snake with a bad hitbox.
One of the worst hitboxes in the game for sure. He's got a few supers on tap. Unfortunately, missed the last one, so now he's gonna have to resort to pea shooter. And I think Batwoon is past the kind of the green spread shot phase.
Yeah, imagine if there was an item in the previous room that could just be worth about 15.
Oh my gosh, maniacal!
I mean, like, wouldn't that just have been really fortunate?
It would be. It would be. I have to agree with you there. These seeds, even though they are randomized, they do have, there is some sense. There's some controlled chaos. Some,
I guess it's closer to 9 or 8, but
It looks like Diddy has found his way to that Chozo statue, so he's gonna find Big Pink in no time at all. Back into wrecked ship hallway. Gameaholic and Spore spawn, so not sure. Okay, so Gameaholic's back in Bubble Mountain. Okay, so it's in kind of the central hub. Still has that super missile door. But definitely going to take a save here. That's a very wise move.
Yeah, so Desmus is through the Batwoon fight and is again thinking about the options while Gameaholic saves. I like seeing players pause and just take the time they need to come up with a plan.
No, for sure. You don't want to just keep running and running and running, heading down who knows what, going in circles. Take the time to take a deep breath, analyze where you've been, try to remember what you've seen. And you do have two brains. You have your teammate to rely on as well. So looks like Gameaholic now back into the crab maze. So probably looking at trying to get to Dragon and get that space jump, which I think that's what Weish is trying to do as well.
Mm-hmm. No, I mean that's where the runners need to go.
Right.
Diddy has now discovered that yes, this leads to Big Pink. I wouldn't be surprised to see Diddy go to the top of the room to take that save and just lock in that he's at this spot. But yeah, the teams know that the crappy Dragon fight is in fact on the menu. And there's that grapple.
Oh, at Mode of all places. My goodness. Wow. And dead ends into Plasma and delivers the speed booster. That's a nice combination, Maniacal.
So here, interestingly, Desmus is going to want to pseudo screw this pirate. He probably doesn't want to do the 3-tap here. on the bottom one. And I think maybe he's not thinking about the pseudo screw because he seems very committed to getting the short charge here.
Coming really close to getting it.
Yeah. So he's going to power bomb the wall pirates. Oh, he was thinking, maybe he was thinking about pseudo screw there, trying a charge shot. I don't know. Maybe he's not aware of the fact that pseudo screw will kill these guys. You know.
So this is a silly question, but you do have to kill them to leave the room still, right?
Yeah. The room should gray out. The only way that this should show up is, because you can pseudo screw them.
Makes sense to me.
I mean, you can speed booster them. It's kind of unfortunate that the speed booster was the item in this room.
Right. I completely agree. It's kind of deceptive in that way for this specific seed. It's a mean seed, man.
Yeah, I'm kind of hopeful that his teammate will let him know to pseudo screw the pirate. It seems like he's very puzzled about this particular situation. This is not...
And running pretty low. Oh, taking a death here. Doggone it. Tough luck for Desmus.
Yeah, they're gonna have to figure this one out. This is the next puzzle for Team Derust.
That save puts him all the way back in Brinstar. I don't remember where.
Are we at Bubble Mountain? No, we're in Brinstar.
Oh, we're Big Pink. Okay, that's not far at all. That's not far at all.
Yeah, I mean, he is going to need to go back down that route to get Grappling Beam and Speed Booster again.
So it looks like you... Shoot. This is quite the seed, you might say.
Yeah, really the worst of it's this Dragon, I would say.
Yeah, I believe
everything else hasn't really been too much of an outlier, but low resource Dragon is one of those ones that, if you gave me a list of things that can come up in these that I'm not particularly excited about, that would make the list.
We got a Wave Beam pickup from Diddy. I believe that was the elevator from Lower Norfair off of Big Pink.
Okay, that's actually a really big find because Wave Beam can be, and in all likelihood will be because of the design principles of this particular rando progression.
That's excellent. Cool.
Yeah, one of the routes probably will have a blue gate with the button on the right side. It'll spawn one of those rooms to keep the runners from being able to pass through without Wave Beam.
And so Desmus is about to find Wave Beam as well in his second trip through this it's kind of Lower Norfair corridor. And it looks like Gameaholic is, certainly not last but not least, you might say, to fight Dragon. Yeah. Ammo's looking pretty solid for, it's as solid as it can be at this point in the seed. But Weish also defeated Dragon. Or actually, yeah, going back through Dragon's room now.
Yeah, it has to, grab the space jump. There we go.
All right.
Now he's got what he needs.
For sure. Look at the jukes from Gameaholic shaking off that goop, shaking off Dragon, trying to grab him. That was really something.
Yeah, although with the Wave Beam, this Botchwoon fight could have run the X Factor strats of some variant.
Oh, excellent. Yeah.
So that could be
whether decalled or standard, yeah.
Yeah. Now decalled X does involve some amount of momentum into the room, so pretty tough to do if you don't know that, Botchwoon's coming up.
You don't know it's coming, yeah.
Yeah, if you're just going to hope that you have the right sort of momentum into the room. Also, the timing on it's maybe a little different with and without Speed Booster, right? So I probably wouldn't go for, like, a Crown-style X Factor, but the normal X Factor, the old X Factor setup should be fine. And nice pumping ammo into Dragon here.
Oh yeah, that was, I think, almost 19 missiles from Gameaholic. Very nicely done.
Yeah, is going to need just a little bit more, but Dragon is very close to dead. And, of course, just 25 health. And Swoop City.
Wow.
7, 8. How many coin flips can you lose?
8 is great, right? 8 is great.
Yeah, just great.
Oh, Gameaholic does get grabbed there. Gonna mash that D-pad. Try to shake Dragon off.
Yeah, with 8 missiles and a super now, probably in okay shape to wrap this up, but is low health, is gonna kind of take it a little safe.
Very nicely done.
Right before Dragon's hitbox gets to him, he is through the Dragon fight. Will also get his space jump.
Yeah, so I feel Gameaholic, like, given what we've seen, what we think we know the runners have to do, I feel like this could be, it's kind of a toss-up right now. I don't think any team has a definitive lead here.
Yeah, I'm really worried about the mishandling of the plasma room by Team Derust.
Well,
And they may need to go get that speed booster and get out with their current item set. And if they were communicating about it,
yep, there we go.
Yeah, we'll find out if the bottom pirate is dead.
Yeah, he pseudo screwed through him.
Okay,
so I think there was some communication there.
So yeah, it sounds like pseudo screw has been solved. Although at some level, questions remain. Assessing from these strats being employed.
It's hard to say. There we go. It's
okay,
hard
there
to
we
say.
go. We pseudo screw in now. And Diddy also going to do the same. Just going to chop these guys down. One pseudo screw at a time.
But Desmus is out clean. Got the speed booster and grapple combo.
Nice.
Now has to find... Maniacal got to find that pants room.
Yeah, hopefully they have good notes on where that pants room was.
And I saw Weech take an elevator down into Torian. Kind of lost sight. Back into the lava room here. Okay,
yeah,
so
he just got his space jump, so he's following over to Big Pink.
That's a very good point, Maniacal. I've been so focused on the bottom screens that I kind of glance up the top screens and I'm like, what's going on?
Diddy and Desmus are definitely leading the way for each of these teams on account of having done the crappy Dragon fight first.
For sure. Now that top of Firefly, where the wall is usually you can run through it. Is it sealed off in this, or did they already check back there?
You know, I don't imagine it's sealed off. I also don't know if they've checked. I think they checked though. I think that was the way up to Batun.
Oh, okay, got it. This is great. It's like I've got my own tour guide. Oh, you're more than that, Maniacal. Much more.
Well, I appreciate that. I don't know that I'd agree, but
oh, come on, don't be so modest.
Let's see what doors we're going to explore now off of Big Pink, though, because Weesh is there.
What I find most fascinating about this scene, Maniacal, is that they just bombarded our runners with power bombs, and we haven't seen a single power bomb door this scene.
Yeah, that's
the way the cookie crumbles. That is a thing for sure. It's a thing, it's the thing sometimes.
And Weesh has a boatload of E-tanks. 4 and 1 already. I think only 1 reserve.
Where did he find those?
I don't know. No one else seems to have found them.
Oh my goodness! Look at this sync now. Diddy and Decimus heading out of the speed hallway.
Yeah, they're
back into the top of Big Pink.
So that's the way to the speed booster and the grappling beam, and so Wish is gonna think twice about this, but hopefully there he's holding the dash button.
Yo,
that's the speed strat for this room.
Here's a new check from Diddy on the left side, I should say, of Big Pink.
And I don't know, he's going to choose to kill the pirates. They don't hit all that hard.
Oh, I love that strat,
though. I love that. I've seen some people then, like, finish it with a spark to the left and, like, really swag out in that room.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's a nice route rando specific strat.
Oh, so I just thought that the Chozo lava room was just to kind of the normal left side entrance into Big Pink, but it was actually that one above the kind of the crumble blocks. Whew. We're getting somewhere, Maniacal. I don't know where we're going, but we're pointed in a direction and we're heading there.
And Diddy's going back for the pants room.
Yeah.
And so's Decimus. I can almost guarantee that is where they want to go. There's still other things to discover about Big Pink, unless I'm mistaken.
I didn't see runners go to what do you call the Spore Spawn Supers entrance, or kind of the back door. Maybe it was a locked door and they already checked it. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, hard to keep track of it with 4 screens. It's funny because I keep like zeroing in on watching people do these terrible Dragon fights that take forever, while all the other screens are doing things that are interesting and informational about the texture of the seed, and I'm just like watching this Dragon fight.
Yep. It's just kind of get tunnel vision. Everything gets kind of blurred out, you know. But plenty more excitement, plenty more action in this seed. We're about an hour in. Our runners have defeated multiple bosses. They've found multiple movement items, but still no sign of kind of the G-Force surrogate, you might say. Kind of the entrance to Mother Brain. And Chad bringing up an interesting point, Maniacal, about Fantoon. If Fantoon is required, we only have a single runner, and that's Weesh, that has defeated Fantoon. In all honesty, I couldn't even tell you how to get to Fantoon at this point, from where to where. I was so long ago.
Fantoon was pretty early. I think Fantoon was off of the climb, if I remember right.
Oh, okay.
I think it was off the first node that they found.
Gotcha.
I think it was like the bottom of the climb or something.
Nice.
Although
here we have the pants room and a missile pack of gravity, but there's more. There's more, Maniacal.
Oh, is there?
Amphitheater. Oh man, this is a tough room to have to backtrack through. That's for sure.
With space jump, though, it's a lot less bad.
For sure. And also to the benefit of our runners, since they might have to go through it backwards, it does not stay filled with lava, acid lava, boiling acid, whatever you want to call it. All of the above.
Yeah, it doesn't stay filled with any of those things. We have 2 options here. I guess Day's going to look and see if there are in fact 2 options, or if one of them is closed off. Nope, he's deciding that maybe it's better to not know. No, he wants to farm power bombs. Okay. Only 1 Viola this time. Second one's hiding out at the top of the room.
Well, Maniacally found a green door instead of a blue door, and the good stuff's always behind the green door, right?
No. As it would turn out.
As it turns out, Maniacal, straight into Metal Pirates, but with a great number of supers.
Yeah. Okay, maybe the good stuff is there.
2 checks here. Power bombs, vanilla. Please don't be a missile pack. Oh, maniacal!
Hold it. So yeah, the green door paying out, and Wish is through his Botwoon fight.
Oh, it hurts. It hurts, maniacal.
It was never supposed to not.
Desmus is in a race against time here. The rising.
Let's get out of that acid, bud.
Get out of there! Oh my goodness, you can do it. Nearly there. To safety, out of danger, no problem.
Ooh, an ice beam here for Diddy. Diddy, knowing those are not crumble blocks, that is a bold play that is informed by what's going on. But yeah, the ice beam potentially required Diddy immediately going to drop off some of that that missile ammo and then settle in on GT's foot. Much like the bottom left of Spore Spawn's room, just the absolute Achilles heel of this guy.
Yeah, GT gave me kittens, maniacal, as a kid playing this game. I had a really hard time with him. I was trying to land supers, and of course he catches them and throws them back at you, but didn't know about that position and that setup to just camp and deliver those charge shots.
Yeah, it's interesting how sometimes, you know, speedrunning sometimes is a lot more difficult than playing the game casually, and sometimes it's a lot easier. And here's an example of the latter.
Weesh picking up grapple beam, heading into pink plasma pirate's room, triple P, if you will. And
I won't.
You won't. Okay, I will.
I'm not going to be party to your plasma pirates puns.
But you're at least privy to them, right? you are aware of them. But taking them out with pseudo screws, missiles, everything but the kitchen sink. But Diddy threw GT into pillar room. Desmond's not far behind. Gameaholic taking on Botwoon. So things are heating up here for these two teams. And like chat said, the other 3 runners pretty much gambling on no Fantoon, but Weesh has got that in his back pocket, that Fantoon fight. So I'm really curious.
Yeah, and I'd say each of the runners on FrencHForCe are on the order of about 40 seconds ahead of sort of the corresponding runner on Derust. So starting to edge out a little bit of a lead, and you know, depending on whether that Fantoon is required, could be a little bit more than that.
Right. But it does come, if it comes down to that, it'd be very interesting to see if Team Derust can navigate and find vanilla high jump at the end of this branch.
Well, there's a fork in this branch still.
There's a fork still at the top.
There's the top, yeah.
Yeah.
But that was a good choice to go down first by Diddy. High jump boots very often not required. In fact, with space jump and both suits and everything, like it's not going to be required this seed, but it's going to be convenient.
Absolutely. One of the best items in the game for sure.
Yeah, very reasonable that either team could have missed that item.
So Des was taking on GT, but Diddy going backwards through the entrance to Ridley's lair.
This really feels like Diddy is on the path to the end game at this point. Yeah, we'll see if there's a speed gate or maybe one more node with something like a spring ball gate or something. Oh, no, it's Ridley.
How about Ridley, maniacal? Oh my goodness.
So yeah, the first player to find Ridley is usually the saddest player about Ridley's location. Diddy's health and ammo are actually looking pretty good into this.
You got 63 or 68. I think it's 63 missiles on tap. I know missiles are much maligned, but you know, you can deliver them very quickly.
Yeah, and starting off with those 20 power bombs, each of those can represent 4 missiles worth of damage on Ridley if placed properly. And Diddy is kind of pursuing the the right strat here. Some of these placements are a little questionable, but I think he is getting most of the double hits that he's looking for.
That is an interesting part about the Ridley fight that you brought up, Maniacal, that using power bombs will double hit Ridley with optimal placement.
Yeah, there's not much else to do here. I mean, he does have a decent charge beam. Charge ice wave is, I want to say, 200 damage. It's charge beams that aren't full and aren't charge ice wave spazer. I'm a lot worse at those damage tables. It turns out.
I feel you. But you see Desmos going straight into that pink door in Rex ship, so not heading down and grabbing the fresh Nikes. But also taking a little breather, taking a little pause here to confirm maybe with Gameaholic.
Yeah. And those high jump boots are showing up real big for Diddy here in this Ridley fight. I did say that there wouldn't be a requirement for them, but this is a really good reason for high jump boots right here. Just being able to move around some of these swoop patterns a lot more easily. Desmos does have pretty good ammo, so if he stumbles upon his Ridley fight, at least that'll be going well for him.
No, for sure.
I think Ridley has changed colors at this point, is a little more aggressive. Oh, and you can't pseudo screw Ridley's tail like that. I mean, I guess you can.
You can.
You are able to do it.
Yes. It's within the capabilities of the game, but probably not advisable. But you see now with those missiles, a little corner trap here, just pounding Ridley with all those missiles.
Yeah, and that was a good little set of missiles there, a good volley for Diddy, as Desmos is in a much better spot here, ammo-wise for Ridley. Should have a shorter Ridley fight. Diddy needs to get some number of charge shots still in.
Well, Ridley's going absolutely bonkers, so you know that his health is super low, but it's just a matter of landing those charge wave ice shots.
Yeah, each of these shots worth between 1 and 2 missiles. Oh, and just running through the tail, just setting up for a few extra charge shots here. I'm interested in watching the conclusion here of Diddy versus Ridley. Ridley is acting.
Oh, he's starting to ram now.
Yeah.
Gotta watch that health, though. There's no reserve tank.
That should be dead, but... Oh. Diddy.
12 HP. Oh my goodness! Are you kidding me, Maniacal? Diddy with a Ridley fight to end all Ridley fights. My goodness. Delivering the final shot just as Ridley rammed him, taking no damage, and finding a wave openable gate. That's what I'm calling it from now on, Maniacal. Wave openable gate. Wow, I gotta catch my breath after that one.
I don't know how that tail hitbox was gone at that point, if we're just being honest about it.
That was absolutely spectacular in terms of Ridley fights.
That was a Ridley fight there. And Diddy is going to get a powerbomb, is going to run right back into the Ripper 2 room and farm some super missiles. This is actually a very heads-up play. One I very much like to see, although he's going to need another powerbomb because he was too speedy for those Rippers.
First one, not quite on target, but if at first you don't succeed, you dust yourself off and try again, Maniacal. That's what I always say.
Yeah, and Desmos also threw his Ridley fight.
Wow. That was absolutely incredible stuff from Team FrencHForCe. Talk about cool under pressure. Good idea, like you said, Maniacal, here to farm up some supers. Gameaholic taking a save very wisely on his way. to getting actually to be heading towards, I guess, Ridley. That's ultimately the destination that he'll be heading towards. But Derust is not far behind. His Ridley fight maybe doesn't have as much drama as Diddy's, but definitely a little bit more efficient.
Yeah, going in with 18 supers versus 2, very, very big deal.
No doubt about it.
And a reserve tank there for Diddy. His reward, an aqueduct.
Not a terrible pickup, especially with only 3 tanks. Ooh, this is an interesting room to find. How about Brinstar Reserve here? Lots of pickups
3 items.
Here. Yeah.
And yeah, I think Diddy acknowledges that this is probably also getting pretty late in the seed. And so saying, yeah, tanks, any ammo packs with Charge Ice Wave, take them all.
Absolutely.
Desmus, philosophically aligned.
Maybe
never
not.
mind.
Maybe
Desmus, I don't know, man. I just don't like all this ammo skipping with no fanfare. Like, with fanfare, completely different story. I get it.
Right. I guess it comes down to runner's preference. But Diddy going to be the first to reach the top of Aqueduct. Normally would lead to kind of the hallway before Batoon. Who knows where it's going to lead now? Oh, what a surprise! But only one way to go here makes it quite simple.
Yeah, this is the second time I've seen that sequence of rooms play out in that way. So it's possible that that's one of the ones that the route randomizer doesn't randomize in the route. I'm not actually sure.
We'll have to send a telegram to Leorin to find out. Oh my goodness. But just missiles in the ceiling, but no champagne on ice for our runners here in Retro Brinstar. Ooh,
Yeah.
Little goop spark there from Diddy. Gonna back it up. Try again here.
Got the headache. None of the champagne, all the headache.
Yes, that's right. But here kind of... Oh, man. Wonder what... was it just ammunition here at the Batoon E-Tank? Straight into Metroid Room 1. Interesting.
I didn't even see it. I was watching for it on Diddy's screen. I did not see what it was.
A skippable item for sure.
Yeah. About to get his Ice Beam and his GT fight. And this is a really close race. So
yeah,
if y'all haven't, show these runners some love. Give them a follow.
Oh, absolutely.
They're putting on an awesome race, and they're all pretty swell Super Metroid players.
Oh my gosh, Fantoon in Logic.
Oh wow.
Wow.
That is a big game.
Gosh.
For FrencHForCe there.
Oh my goodness, Maniacal. Back to start. If I was Team Derust, I would tell Gameaholic to stop what you're doing and go back.
Turn around
and fight Fantoon. Oh my goodness.
Oh, but there is this top door out of this room. So they're game planning this now. They're like, okay, well, what do we do? There is that top door out of this room that we haven't explored. That could be a path back to landing site, a path back to Fantoon.
That's true. It'd be really, really beneficial for them if that was the case. Because for Diddy, it is a very long haul all the way back to Fantoon.
Yeah, Diddy's about to find out about it. Although he's I'm not really sure what he's doing in some of these rooms.
It's just kind of like it's kind of avant-garde, kind of free-form jazz.
Did Diddy get to the Fantoon room?
I didn't see if
he's
he
turning
did or
back
not.
around, so he must have got there.
Taking a death here. I don't know when's the last time he saved. I think, could it be, here's a hypothesis, Maniacal. Do you think that Diddy thought that it was near the end and he just decided to farm up some ammo. But no, he seems to be in full reverse here. But Gamehog gonna grab that ice beam. Carefully navigating over the non-crumble blocks. Sorry, Gameaholic. I didn't know they weren't crumble blocks either, so don't feel bad.
I'm a little confused. I don't know if Diddy got all the way to that Fantoon room and I missed it.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'd have to go back and watch.
But we are going back through the Gravitron.
Yep.
Okay. So Sloters, with the assist here, saying that Diddy did see it and knows that he needs to go kill Fantoon.
Shout out to Sloters. Thank you so much. But yeah, so it's pretty much, this is like a dead heat to just throw the car in reverse, Maniacal, between Diddy and Desmus to just race back and get to Fantoon.
Yeah, interesting that neither of them checked that top door out of whatever the room is that you power bomb to go down to the 2 violas in Lower North there.
Oh, right.
Again, with Route Rando, I don't know how to refer to some of the rooms.
Yeah, you and me both. Dez is so grabbing those fresh LeBron kicks. Now he's got high jump boots, so that should make navigating through these previous rooms a lot easier. And hopefully telling Gameaholic, you know, don't skip those HJBs.
Yeah, skip the HBJs, not the HJBs.
Absolutely.
That's philosophically how I like to play this game.
I finally figured out what was in the ceiling of GT. It was just missiles, but Gameaholic picking them up. There's a good lad. You love to see it. More ammo, more better. But I'm just, you know, where are all the sexier items, Maniacal? Where's the plasma beam? Where's the screw attack? Where's my DPS?
I think it's out the top right door of the room that Diddy just went through.
Oh my gosh.
I really do. I think that's where everything good is.
Everything good is in the top right room.
Find any of it? Yep.
No.
It's
unfortunately.
It's one room. Which room that we haven't seen yet has the most items in it? We've seen Beach. We've seen Aqueduct. We've seen a lot. We've seen Bryn Reserve. A lot of the rooms that have a lot of items.
We have.
Mama Turtle's got 2.
Yeah, we haven't seen Mama Turtle. No Mama Turtle yet. We probably won't. But man, what a stunning turn of events, a stunning revelation for both teams nearly simultaneously to discover that Fantoon is absolutely required.
Yeah, big difference here is that Diddy knows where Fantoon is, presumably. Presumably, FrencHForCe has taken better notes than we have and knows exactly how to get to Fantoon. Whereas Desmus and Gameaholic are maybe in a bit of a search game here. Like, what haven't we looked at? Where the heck could Fantoon be?
Sorry, Maniacal. Check this out from Desmus. He did not go through this room originally. I wonder if this is the ticket here. No, an energy refill. Oh, and a Maniacal, or I'm sorry.
Oh,
Gameaholic taken to death.
Yeah, so, man, these late deaths, and especially when you start to see 120 on the clock, like, man, it's a stressful time being in a race because the runners have no idea like how they're positioned relative to one another. They're just all trying to, you know, I mean, they know within a team how they are, but sort of how the overall contest is going, they do not know. And so finding out something late, like, oh gosh, I missed Fantoon somewhere. The good news is for Team Derust is that because they don't know where Fantoon is, it's possible they're going to find some very useful items in some of the sort of non-essential checks that we've seen skipped.
That's an excellent point, Maniacal.
And I thought Fantoon was off this room.
Where Diddy is now, I think you're right.
I thought it was the lower exit though, but yeah.
Well,
this was an hour ago.
Yes,
an actual hour.
Probably more. Maybe a little bit more. But we got Raiders coming in from Speed Gaming 3. Welcome in, Raiders. This is Super Metroid Item Randomizer League Season 3, Week 4 action. Maniacal, what do we have here? Give us the teams, the participants, and the category.
We have, in reverse order, the category, Route Randomizer, which means that the rooms are shuffled in a fixed but atypical order. The items are also shuffled. The participants, I think that was the second one, where on the left we have Wish and Diddy. And the team for them, I'm really randomizing the order now. They are representatives of Team FrencHForCe, along with Magoo, who is watching and probably yelling at his monitor. And then on the right, we have Gameaholic and Desmus representing Team Derust. Yield Fart Gamer also decided to bow out of this one. And maybe he's also watching and having a good old time watching the suffering here as his teammates have to do low resource Dragon, low resource Ridley, and then figure out where did they miss Fantoon.
That's what it's going to come down to, is where is Fantoon. Now, I remember seeing that intact tube, Maniacal. So I think, okay, so Diddy has returned to the landing site. Back to the central hub.
Okay, so I was wrong. I was wrong about where Fantoon was, unless it is off that door and Diddy just blew right by it. But it's more likely that I am just wrong.
It's definitely possible, but yeah, unless chat remembers, like Pepperidge Farm remembers, I do not know where Fantoon is.
What is your favorite Pepperidge Farm food item?
Oh, do I really have to pick just one?
There's one right answer.
I was gonna go with the double chocolate Milanos.
I was gonna say any form of Milano.
Any form of Milano,
is acceptable as an answer, and everything else I think is objectively wrong. So Hockey, you passed the test.
All right, I did it, Maniacal. Now, are you getting ready? Are you ready to give the spiel again? Because we got even more Raiders coming in from Speed Gaming, the flagship station. Welcome in, Raiders. We have Team Derust versus Team FrencHForCe, consisting of Desmus and Gameaholic, as well as Wish and Diddy, respectively. But what is this, Maniacal? I know this is Route Rando, but what is it representing?
It's a Super Metroid game, which is a Super Nintendo game from 1994. And nothing is unusual about it.
Nothing unusual whatsoever. Just, fighting Kraid with speed boosters, space jump, and gravity suit. Nothing weird at all.
It's exactly like an RBO run.
That's right.
It doesn't have
with only 5 things. But no, seriously, welcome in, Raiders. This is Super Metroid Item Randomizer League Week 4 action. The week's category is Route Randomizer, and we already introduced the teams. You can read them right there on this beautiful overlay. You see Wish now into this Ridley fight. Diddy going all the way back to Red Tower. I should say off of Alpha PBs, looking for Fantoon.
Now, where did they put that Fantoon? Oh, they put him over here. If this is the door to Fantoon, that's a horrible door to find. Nope,
no,
it's not
double refill. Okay. Oh boy, this is
so yeah, it looks like Diddy maybe doesn't know where Fantoon is, just like we don't.
Yeah, I think at this point the only person that knows or knew is or was Wish. So
Wish, check your VOD, my dude. You're leaving Diddy out to dry.
Oh my goodness. So Diddy into another hub. I believe that's the room that would normally lead to Plasma in Sandy Meridia. But my goodness. Really nice fight here from Wish. Gotta watch. He's got reserves. He's gonna pop those reserves. He's switching to manual here.
I hope that this pause is him pulling up his VOD. No, not long enough.
I don't know. I don't know if that's strictly against the rules, but I would consider it a bit unsporting.
Absolutely not. In randos, I've pulled up my VOD already. Like, okay, where did I find that item?
Oh
that
my
teammate Book of Medora is required. Where was that?
Here's a pink door. somewhere deep in Meridia, going into Cathedral. I don't know if this is the branch.
No, I don't believe it is, but maybe it is. Maybe it is. I don't know that we've
Yeah, it
seen whatever we're doing right now.
could be very
Oh
wrong.
no,
It could be
we've
right.
definitely seen this. This seems like it does.
Could be
So
right through this
Wish was
door.
the only person I've seen in this room. So this, yeah, I remember Wish going through here. I don't remember if it was before or after Fantoon, but this is the rooms we've seen.
Maniacal Wish survives
Wow,
the endurance match.
there's Fantoon. So
Yes, Diddy finds Fantoon. Oh my goodness.
yeah, so
Oh,
both Team French Force members having crazy harrowing Ridley fights.
the fight to end all fights from this Team French Force. I do not believe it. And Diddy, against all odds, against all commentators' forgetfulness, finding Fantoon, couldn't get those Dopplers to land, but he's got plenty of ammunition on tap. But Team Derust, you got Desmus into Edicoon's Gameaholic somewhere near Vanilla Croc, I guess. Kind of that weird kind of southwestern corner of Upper Norfair.
Yeah,
But
and
my goodness.
the road to Fantoon was pretty long if
Yeah.
they took the most direct one. And Team D-Rust does not know where Fantoon is. So at this point, like it's gonna take some finagling for Team D-Rust to bring this one back, even though they were so close. Finding the end game basically synchronously with Team French Force and being in pretty good standing if Fantoon was not required. But that Fantoon room showed up, and the extra work that French Force put in early finding that particular branch paying dividends.
Absolutely. I could have said it better myself, Maniacal. But Gameaholic in against Ridley. Desmus back into, gosh, where could he be now? But Diddy has defeated Fantoon, so now he's gotta throw it into drive, and he's gotta go all the way back.
Yeah, this is the longest backtrack I've seen. Of course, not a required backtrack, but this is literally from like the first node of the game all the way through to the end game. Pretty crazy route that Diddy is taking through this seed just because that Fantoon door shows up so late. We've been talking about that for an hour and a half. And
what's it gonna be, Maniacal? What's it gonna be? Is Fantoon gonna be required? Oh, and it was.
I'll tell you in 90 minutes, Hockey.
Oh man.
And Gameaholic is through his Ridley, so all the Ridleys are down. All the Draenors are down.
Thank goodness. Now we just need to get those Fantoons.
Yeah, we have 2 Fantoons and 4 Mother Brains to go.
Wow. This seed has definitely not disappointed. Maniacal.
It has not disappointed me, no. Not in the least.
It's just the amount of drama, the pure drama and unexpected twists and turns that it has provided. All you viewers out in Viewerland, all you Raiders from Raiderland, from the various SG channels, I hope you're enjoying this as much as Maniacal and I are, because this has been fantastic.
Yeah, this has been a great race. Sullied in some ways by Shack Tool.
It feels so long ago. Oh my gosh, the early Shack Tool room. A lot of deaths taken.
Dying to Shack Tool.
You can see Desmus now into kind of that like lower Croc Speedway into Spore Spawn.
Oh, yeah,
so I
think
think
Spore Spawn. That's right. We fought Spore Spawn. We fought GT.
Yep.
Required Kraid.
We fought everybody but Croc.
And Fantoon. This was the required 8 bosses seed.
Yeah.
We didn't see Croc.
No Croc, because Croc's not really I don't consider Croc a boss. He's just a citizen of Norfair, just minding his own business, tending to his lava pit. You know, what's the big deal? But it looks like Diddy's back at landing site. Weesh, though, heading straight in to to the end game. This is it. He's about to find that open Phantoon door.
This is good. Diddy is on the path. Wish is also on the path. FrencHForCe now in a pretty good good standing to make a run at this one. Gonna take the refill. With this beam, I wouldn't be surprised if we see Wish just, blow through everything and then come back for the refill. But no. At an hour and 34, you're feeling the pressure. You're like, how far behind could the other team actually be?
Right.
And we know the answer is, well, they missed Phantoon, and where the heck is Phantoon? And the answer is in the worst corner possible, as it turns out.
As it turns out. I like this. With all that ammunition, I love the conservation of the supers. Knowing his beam combination is not the strongest, gonna just deliver those 25 supers right to Mother Brain 2's face.
Yeah, Diddy is doing the long backtrack.
Circumnavigated all of Zebus twice.
Yeah. That was such a convoluted path, and with all the branches that weren't explored sort of
I know.
In the middle of the seed, it's going to be hard to find Phantoon.
It is. My heart definitely goes out to Team Derust here. I do not think they came across him at the beginning, so Gameaholic is going to be met by a locked door here. Oh.
Yeah, and they knew this. They had that information, so I'm a little surprised.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Decimus did get there first.
Is looking for Phantoon.
That's right.
Gameaholic maybe was just like, did I kill Phantoon? I don't know. I've done 3 of these today, right? Like I don't know. Maybe he killed Phantoon in practice or something.
It could be he just didn't know where that branch led. Because it's like we found as commentators. Imagine, this as a runner maniacal since you're in the Rando League, but being able to accurately describe these rooms when they're all jumbled together is very challenging.
Yeah, I've not myself had to deal with that because I made my teammates run this week. Just week 0, I said I'll be on your team, but you guys are doing this week. Nice. and that was about the end of the discussion. They said, yeah, we'll do that. We know you're garbage at this sort of thing. And that was our whole conversation.
Oh my gosh, just tell it to me straight, right?
Yeah, I mean, respect expertise.
Absolutely. So I think Chad pointed this out too. We pretty much with a stunning come from behind, half victory, because Diddy does have to finish in order for Team FrencHForCe to take the W, but Weesh the first one through Mother Brain 2, just absolutely spectacular.
Yeah, and the interesting thing about this particular co-op mode is that rather than first team across the finish line, we are using average time to determine the winner. So once Wish makes it through the escape, which is also randomized, mind you.
That's true. That's very true.
Once he does make it to the ship, whatever time it is that he gets, they will know that as time winds up and there's no subsequent finish, that's an additional buffer that's going to allow Diddy a little bit of extra time to finish.
Right.
So it's possible that, by the time Diddy gets to, Mother Brain 3, they may already know that, they'll win this depending on the game situation in which they find themselves.
No, for sure. Yeah, it's that early Phantoon just really made the difference. But it's really been a great seed from both teams. We've had some amazing boss fights, some really solid play from both teams so far.
Okay, here's this top door.
Oh,
we're
gonna get it.
It was open. I don't know. Did he?
We have to know. We have to know, Maniacal.
I
must know. Top door was final path. Thank you, chat. So this is GT.
Okay,
Got it.
So we did need to find our way up here. into the sponge bathroom. And he wants a shine spark for the next room.
Oh, here we go.
He knows what it is. He knows
Into
the with the bonk.
Bonk pillars, unfortunately. Oh, he's gonna back it up and do it again.
If at first you don't succeed, right?
That's one data point, right? Oh, I love it. You love to see it. Weesh into the escape, though. Beautiful fast pillars from Diddy on the second attempt. Phenomenal competitor.
It's an interesting situation with the escape is that the escape is randomized, and there's going to be some rooms that have two, or there's going to be one room with two exits as opposed to just one, and there's going to be a right-facing door like what we just see that is going to lead to the animals. So in multiple exit rooms, avoiding right-facing doors is probably good practice.
For sure. Definitely difficult to manage, but using Maniacal's arcane strategies maybe a little bit easier. Nothing more arcane than avoiding the right-facing doors. Or is it left-facing?
I don't think there's anything arcane about it, Hockey.
Work with me, Maniacal. Work with me.
Sometimes I have to.
Oh yeah, the schedule comes out for commentary week, and Michael says, "Oh my gosh, I'm stuck with hockey again."
Why do I agree to this every time? Because I always have a blast. Hockey. Oh my god. Weesh is just getting sniped, and luckily he does have all those extra E-tanks. This room does get filled with acid.
It's a tough room backwards for sure.
The Leodox room is, it's a hard room any direction.
No doubt. No doubt. So Destus into Big Pink Gameaholic finding a missile, I believe at lower Brinstar Supers. So he's back in Bubble Mountain. So he's getting closer. He's following some breadcrumbs here. He's getting closer to Fantoon. But Weesh making it all the way back to the landing site, entering the ship, finishing in first place with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 41 minutes, and 19 seconds. GG's to Weesh and Team FrencHForCe. But
a positively blazing seed.
Positively blazing, like blazing hot wings, just left everybody in the dust. But Team FrencHForCe hasn't wrapped it up just yet. Diddy's got to get to the end of the game by any means necessary. And I believe this is... Yes. Yep. Absolutely. Only a few more rooms for Diddy here.
Yeah, and this is a great decision by Diddy. I'm going to stop. Even though these... I think they're Zoas. I don't actually know. Maybe those are the ones in the pipe in Brinstar. Whatever these things are, they have a bad super missile drop rate, but he is going to farm to full on them because there's no other opportunity to get the supers. Oh, never mind. There's a bunch of Metroids. Never mind. Just
but
ignore me.
No, we will not. We will not ignore you, Maniacal, but a little easier to farm up the supers pre-Metroid rooms, I would think, right? Potentially.
I appreciate you bailing me out on that one just now.
I have to, Maniacal, contractually obligated.
But yeah, there Diddy goes. He's through the Fantoon door. He knows he's getting a double refill here. He's going to take the health refill as full-on missiles already. We'll see. So he knows that his partner's finished and they're padding a bit of a lead. He could elect to Zeb skip here, but does not. And so there wasn't really a save on this branch, but with 5 E-tanks, 2 reserves, both suits. Hopefully this turns out to be a pretty cozy fight for him.
For sure, for sure. You can see Gameaholic making some of these late game checks, just trying to find the entrance to Fantoon.
Where did they put Fantoon? They put him in the worst spot.
Literally the worst. excellent ammunition for Diddy heading into Mother Brain 2.
Yeah.
Going to deliver an absolute fusillade of missiles here and supers.
Yeah, and what you'll see a lot of runners choose to do here is fire off their ammo, shoot until they're down to 15 super missiles, and Mother Brain being a little uncooperative there, and then wait for the ketchup to start flowing, as it were, because that will indicate that firing 15 more supers will deplete Mother Brain's health as long as you connect with all of them.
No, for sure. But I think on the, since we did talk about Arby's earlier, Maniacal, I think the Arby's sauce is flowing rather than the ketchup,
It ain't coming yet, but we do have some of those onion rings that's been in the tray for like 2 hours.
Oh my gosh. They're not old till they're sold, Maniacal.
Oh, man. They're just as delicious.
Oh boy, first it was breakfast food, now we're moved on to fast food. I love it. I love it.
Oh, here it comes. Some of that horsey sauce.
Taking one on the chin is Diddy, but shakes it right off. He's got reserves. No problem at all. 200 on tap. No problem.
There, he stopped at 300 exactly. That's not quite gonna do it.
just a little extra, little 007 here has exactly enough energy to survive the rainbow beam.
I feel like we're talking a lot about like fast food chains that I don't even know if FrencHForCe has access to. Is there Arby's in France?
I do not know.
For them, I kind of hope not.
Yeah, I mean, there's got to be better culinary and dietary choices, but you got to go with what you got,
Our tracker also has tracked Arby's franchise locations.
Yeah, he's pulling not double, not triple, not quadruple duty. This is quintuple duty from our great tracker, 2D Tones. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Serves wine and baguettes. Oh my goodness. Oh, here we go.
For that Arby's, please.
Incredible. Chat never fails to deliver, but you know who has really delivered today has been these runners, Maniacal. This was a highly challenging seed with a lot of twists and turns, but it looks like Team FrencHForCe has definitely got this in the bag.
Yeah, Diddy is on to Mother Brain 3, getting the unfortunate cutscene here. Going to be standing up with Hyper Beam, and then he'll be doing his escape. The question will be, will Team Derust find Fantoon before FrencHForCe finishes? Just an unfortunate situation. It was a very, very close race, honestly. I'd say FrencHForCe still did have a lead, but probably only about a 2-minute total lead at the time of us discovering that Fantoon was indeed required.
That's a really good analysis, Maniacal. I agree with you. It did seem like Diddy and Desmos was actually the trailblazer for quite a lot of the kind of the early and mid game, but like you said, just that Fantoon check from Weish really made all the difference.
Just not even check, because it's not like it was a willful thing, right? Like, it was their team found Fantoon en route to finding the path that did get them through the seed. And the unfortunate thing is Fantoon was off a very early branch, and you don't know it's required until the very seed. Which, I mean, we did sort of start off in the first few minutes of the race talking about that as, kind of the risk of Fantoon in this particular mode. And, if I'm playing the seed casually, I probably get to that Fantoon door and I just go, okay, reset, next seed. Because there's not a lot of interesting things left to do. Like, it's hiding somewhere and you just didn't happen to find it. But unfortunately, for the runners, like, this is a race seed, so they got to go find that Fantoon.
Yep. And it's all, I mean, because I think the next time that this category would appear would be the playoffs. And so I think, if anything, playing the practice seeds that have been rolled, playing the actual race seeds that have been rolled, it's a very good learning experience. There's a lot of subtlety and difference that this rando category brings in terms of blocks that can be destroyed, gates that aren't there, the escape itself, and just kind of the requirements of each seed. So I think okay, so our tournament organizer Tracy confirming it will not be in playoffs. So take back everything I said. But still, there's always a lesson. There's always a learning experience, was what I was trying to say. But it just won't come in use in the playoffs. And how about this finish from Diddy, Maniacal?
He's about to hit the ship and is going to be bringing Team FrencHForCe to an overall record of 5-3.
GG's
to FrencHForCe.
What an incredible seed.
Yeah, so FrencHForCe, we'll see if they decide to come chat with us.
Yeah.
Next week, do you know who they're playing?
I don't, but I have the schedule up, so I could.
I know who they're playing.
Oh, you do? Are they playing you?
Well, one of them will be. Next week they get my team slow in the Y Faster division.
Oh my gosh, that Y Faster division definitely heating up.
Yeah, Y Faster when could slower is my motto.
That's a good motto for sure. So it looks like Gameaholic heading into Kraid here. So that's gonna give him access to that upper door. And that's
so actually that's the thing. That was what did it actually. Desmus killed Kraid early and never checked that door.
Yeah.
He never went up, and that's what led to Fantoon. So they were on the path.
They were, yeah. Really nice.
I missed it. I didn't even put it together at the time.
Really nice, great quick kill there from I should say Gameaholic. But yeah, because there's that reserve tank, that FrencHForCe reserve. My goodness.
Yeah, so it was all about not taking the Kraid exit door.
Yeah. I think so, because now we're into
this is the path
exiting out the PBs. That was the branch. That's
so rough.
Oh, that stings. But taking the elevator, not taking the Meridia entrance, which is where Fantoon is.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's the one power bomb door, Maniacal. The one power bomb door in the entire seed.
Yeah, and this
you've got to be kidding me.
This is their Fantoon. So yeah, they're very close to unraveling this one, and it looks like we are joined now by our victors today, Diddy and Wish. GG, guys.
GG's. What a seed.
Taking this down.
GG, thank you. That was not the easiest seed.
Yeah, 8 required bosses. How does it feel?
Yeah.
Kind.
I almost died at Relay. I died at Shack 2.
Yeah, there were 4 almost deaths at Ridley. Like nobody's Ridley went great. There was some Dragon dying going on. There was a lot of Shack Tool dying. There was a lot of dying in general. And the thing that made the difference here was when Desmus found Kraid, they never checked the door that going behind Kraid unlocked. They just saw that there was no door to the Variasuit room and turned around.
Oh.
And never found Fantoon. So they're just about to find Fantoon now.
What is that, Fantoon? Oh, that's rough.
Yeah. So they actually Desmus and Diddy discovered the Fantoon door to Mother Brain basically at the exact same time.
Yep.
Knew Fantoon would be monetary because he often is, and I knew Wish had found Fantoon, so I regret not backtracking before, because I knew I was gonna have to be honest, I was banking on the fact I would find another way to go back to landing site in the deep branch we were near Turian, and I was hoping I would find a way to landing site so I could easily go back to Fantoon, but it didn't happen.
Yeah, I mean, and that's a reasonable thing to bank on, or even the chance just that that particular room doesn't spawn somewhere. Although with Fantoon
Yeah.
so early, it's risky.
Yeah.
And Phantom was at the end of a branch, like not really long branch, but still at the end of a branch with relay. So I was almost sure it was required. So we were hoping, yeah, to find some way back for DD to.
Was in a branch that didn't have any item, and it was behind crane, so it was really an indication it would be monetary.
Yeah, it was pretty conspicuous.
Right.
But part of that was Derust turned around after killing Kraid, never found Fantoon, so they kind of had to search the rest of the seed when they got to the end game. Where was Fantoon?
Oh, okay.
Found, and there were not any progress items that way, so the rest of the seed was open if they didn't go there. I understand. Oh.
Yeah, it worked out pretty unfortunately. But you both turned around kind of at the same time. But Diddy, because Wish had found Fantoon for you guys earlier, you at least you knew where to go. We didn't remember where you were supposed to go.
Yeah, so we had no idea.
I was like, I know Fantoon was early, but I don't remember where he was at.
We knew exactly how to go back, because you had to go back to landing site, and then it was we knew the door to take to a landing site, and you reach Green Prince Star. I mean, we note. I mean, we don't write stuff down, so much stuff down, but we do write stuff that we are sure we're gonna forget.
Double Mountain was awful, by the way. 3 different items required for 3 doors.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Very unforgiving seed, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, low item Dragon, pretty low item Ridley.
Oh yeah, I had more than 2 supers when I went in.
Yeah, lethal Shack Tool even.
that was we were just talking in voice, and was that's Shack Tool, and then I'm in water, I can't move. He killed me. Right.
Yeah, he hits pretty hard, it turns out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just telling Diddy, there's a Shack Tool here, and not really paying attention to my screen, and when I could, I just saw that I died without doing anything about it.
Damage when you only get power suit.
How much damage?
I don't remember. A lot.
I think 120 probably, just because he killed everyone in one hit.
Yep.
Shack Tool was just offing people left and right. It was never before seen content.
He made other victims than me. Okay, all right.
Shack Tool's revenge.
I think there were at least 3, maybe 4 Shack Tool deaths, or no, because one of them, the 4th one, I think, was a death to the yard, facilitated by Shack Tool.
I almost died to the yard. I tried to very much because I had around 40 HP, and I think it's little if you only have power suit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you almost died to the yard. We were sweating that one out, and I think Gameaholic was in the hallway, didn't go underneath, and was like trying to gun down Shack Tool as he was approaching, and the yard came up behind and just got him.
Got him from the back.
You think these enemies are harmless, but
yeah, because you often found them when you have a gravity suit already.
Exactly. Yeah. I feel less bad for in SMZ3 I've died to suitless Shack Tool already. Like I go through suitless Meridia, get to Shack Tool, have to get a progression item there, and have taken deaths to Shack Tool already. So
been there, done that, right, Maniacal?
If you play these long enough, you make every mistake at least once.
That's for sure.
For sure. But it looks like Team Derust has both defeated Fantoon, so they're going to head all the way around back to the entrance to Mother Brain. But looking forward to next week, Team FrencHForCe is going to be taking on Maniacal's own Team Slow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So do you guys know, Derp and I are playing for Slow. Solsky is sitting on the bench this week. Do you guys know who's running for FrencHForCe?
I will be alongside Megu running. Wish
Okay.
is on the bank for next week.
Yeah, I'm on the bench for this one.
Sounds good. I know Megu and I were talking a little bit about times that would work. I don't know. I'm happy to schedule with either of you guys pretty much whenever. I know my schedule doesn't line up too well with FrencHForCe friendly times through the week, but I'm hopeful that we can get an afternoon game in kind of like this over the weekend.
Sure, we'll figure something out.
For sure. But yeah, great record so far, Team FrencHForCe. You're 5-3 through week 4. So
Yeah, but we have a rough 3 week coming on. We have Team Funky Town on week 7.
Oof, yeah. Funky Town on 7. So that is the curse of being a one of the 2 ranked teams in this, is that your week 7 is going to be a 1 ranked team. The way that they built the schedule.
Yeah.
The 1 and 2 seeded teams really kind of have a rough go of it. Lots of 1 and 2 seeded team matchups. I know we in week 6 are going to get I think the Good Boys, Sloaters and Antinomy and Cutie or Qwerty. So I'm looking forward to it, but at the same time, like there's a lot of competitive matches coming up later in the league.
Yeah.
No, for sure. And with Team Good Boys, they've had, I would say, objectively a pretty kind of a rough go of things through 4 weeks. So they're definitely going to be out for blood, Maniacal.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like by the time we run into them, they're probably going to need the wins more than we need them, which means they're going to be hungry. So they better get their Arby's.
Maybe they will do something risky,
Yeah, I mean that's always a risk.
High risk, high reward, right?
And this was killing Shaq Tool, I see.
It's pretty cool.
Gave him the business right there. But
it scared me. The second time I went through Shaq Tool, I didn't kill it because I was just scared of him.
Got us running scared, this darn robot. He packs a wallop without any suits.
Gotta respect it though, Yep. So yeah, another thing I'm just realizing about this seed is like screw attack nowhere to be found. Like
Plasma, neither spasm.
No beams. No beams. Not a lot of energy tanks either until very late.
After relay. After
relay, you get all the energy tanks. It was definitely it was looked to be a very highly challenging seed for sure.
Earlier today we had our first match and the seed was kind of free. We finished in less than 1 hour and 10 minutes.
Oh and wow, GG's.
That seed there was a bit harder, I'd say.
Yeah, a bit, yeah. So the first match we did against Team Derust, it was the easiest route random seed I've ever done, I think.
It's easier we've ever done.
Yeah, the variance in what these seeds require you to do and like how fast you can get through them, probably higher than most other randomizer modes. Just in terms of like you can have really bad loadouts even all the way to Mother Brain, and sometimes you just have full beam and all the fixins.
First seed we done, there was no boss but Funtoon in this seed.
Oh wow, 1 boss, not so 8.
Just 3, no excessive backtracking, no bosses, nothing.
No GT.
Not GT. There was no plasma, I think, but
there was plasma, but it was not accessible. I saw plasma in Upper West Ocean, but we never had access to Upper West Ocean.
Yeah, that's just Leoran playing tricks on us.
Yeah, Leoran clearly was in a bad mood when he designed this. There were some decisions that
Iran
taken back.
Iran Super Metroid Impossible, so it didn't have the same the same scale of difficulties than the average player.
That's a good point.
It's true.
That's a good point.
Did he design this before or after the impossible running and world record?
I don't know.
I don't really know, but I think about the same time. This randomizer is pretty old, so
Yeah.
It's older than my running of Super Metroid, so it's really old.
Yeah, this is probably the oldest randomizer we're using, or even have ever used in the league. I think otherwise, everything else is like the 2017 Total Randomizer or post.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should say it's after. So we designed the randomizer after running SMI, I think.
Okay, yeah, I'll believe Azure. Azure has a good sense
Yeah,
of the history of the community around those years.
For sure, for sure. When in doubt, trust Azure is what I always say.
I don't know if I trust you on that, Hockey.
What? Are you serious? Come on.
No, he's got a good
encyclopedia of this game. It's amazing. It's a fantastic resource and person, so big contributions. But yeah, Team Derust is they're committed. They're committed to finishing the seed. You gotta respect that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always good to see people finish the runs. I wasn't sure if when when the .done came in and they hadn't yet found Fantune, if they were just going to say, okay, let's pack it in. But no, they're going to finish this one, and I'm glad to see it. They're well on their way too. Although GameHawk is in a bad spot here.
Oh yes,
he's getting a little beat up.
I had a lot of trouble here.
And that was just before Ridley. That's
yes. That's the reason. That's the reason I went.
Just use your super missiles on those.
Yeah, I spent like 2 hits on the half on these, and I came into Ridley with 200 and something.
Oh, yeah.
Great place for an energy refill, though.
Yeah, heads up play here to go
heads
back.
Up play, absolutely.
Get that energy refill.
That's nice.
I mean, better than taking a death, right?
Yeah, that was the other thing, is there weren't a lot of saves late in this. That last branch was pretty long.
The last save is in Bubble Mountain. I don't think there's another one.
Yes, Aqueduct. Aqueduct was...
No, Aqueduct is after Ridley.
After Ridley, yes. Before Ridley, I was really scared to redo everything.
Yeah, we both had a really good chance surviving Ridley.
Diddy, your Ridley fight was something, dude.
It was sublime. It was like nothing I've ever seen before in my life.
I have no idea how that tail hitbox was not active in your fight.
Literally staring Ridley in the eyes, you could smell his breath. He was so close, and somehow delivering the last shot and just not taking any damage as he explodes. It was theater. It was unbelievable.
I survived mine because I emptied my reserves and just left like 5 HP in the reserve and put it back to auto to take an extra hit. And the extra hit I took, but when Ridley grabbed me, and that's why I ended up with 5 HP after.
Yeah, it was good health management on your part.
It's about as good as it can be, right? It's top tier. Oh my gosh!
I was just certain I was gonna die, and then he died. I was like, oh.
Honest, I was certain to do that too when he charged me.
I just couldn't believe it. There's a really good clip, Diddy, of your the end of your Ridley fight. So I know you experienced it, but if you ever want to watch it back, it's an option.
I said to Wish when it happens. I think I gave the commentators a heart attack.
Yeah,
just about.
Just about.
Yeah, I mean that's a pretty good description of how things went down.
Yeah, definitely popped off for that one. But yeah, it looks like Despus is going to be finishing up real soon. He's into Mother Brain 2. Gameaholic just making his way through Ridley, so very close to the final branch. But yeah, got to give it to the Team Derust to finish off what was a very challenging seed.
I mean, this is a question of honor at this point, I think, for them.
Oh, for sure, and I think if it comes down to tiebreakers, they are going to consider, completed races versus forfeits. I think that will come into play potentially. So Yeah, but yeah, you got to save face. You got to play for second place. Got to finish up. But
Looks like Desmus has turned off his wave beam to get some ice shields in here on Mother Brain. Go for a little bit of a low ice fight.
Yeah.
This
Nice.
might be a sign of
That's
just overall consternation with the seed.
overall consternation. Yeah, you said it, Maniacal. Couldn't
And
say it any better than that.
trying to get some swag points for the.
Gotta always go for that swag.
This branch, I'm looking at Gameholic streams. This branch is so long. It's
Oh yes,
insane.
Yeah,
I think gotta be the longest one of the seed.
Yeah, it
very
was-
very punishing.
quite crazy, honestly, the end branch, and then to terminate in a required Fantoon that 3 of the 4 players hadn't fought, and 2 of the 4 players had no idea where it was.
I gotta hand it to
Pretty
Team
rough.
Derust though. They found it. I gotta say faster than anybody would have. I would have found it.
Yeah, they sniffed it out pretty effectively. You know, there were a few extra routes to check, but it you know, they got there pretty quickly, given how
Sure.
Fantoon was also sort of in the back corner of a route that they may have thought that they had fully explored.
Right. Right.
Yeah, I think at least Desmuth didn't practice any Route Rondo before because he was surprised by some points of the Route Rondo in the chat of first race. So that's a huge performance for them to go blind in them and do a good performance like that.
That's an excellent point, Diddy. I know the first time through kind of the plasma room, Desmus did have some difficulty. He was not aware that you could pseudo screw those pirates.
And,
But second time through was no sweat for him.
and you actually kill them in one go, as in Vanilla you would kill them in 2 to screw. I learned that in the first race today.
Yeah, and they die the side pirates on the wall. They die with 1 missile, so I guess Leoran just changed the HP. Really.
Both seed we played today had speed booster in plasma room.
Is
Yes,
that right? Both seeds. My
Interesting.
goodness.
Yeah, I think Leoran made the change to the health value on the plasma pirates, and I guess maybe the wall pirates as well, so that they would die in 1 pseudo screw, since you always have charge beam.
Always have charge. That's right.
The fact that you have charge beam early and bombs really solve most of the flux.
Yes, especially bombs.
Yeah, bombs.
Get that infinite,
Yeah.
infinite bomb jump going.
If you make it so that everything in that room dies in 1 pseudo screw, then you circumvent any sort of logical need for energy tanks ahead of that point.
Yeah.
So it makes writing the logic a lot easier at that point.
Yeah, I think he decided to just change the game instead of programming complicated logic. So I think it's a interesting approach.
Way of doing it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think at this point, you know, it's maybe an approach that we wouldn't advocate because there's been so much progress in writing, you know, complicated logic algorithms on the back end of these. But historically, when this was written, I think a very reasonable thing to do just to, you know, get it into a state where it's enjoyable and there weren't as many competing randomizers to have to try and keep track of all of them.
Yeah. And he made it in I think in Game Maker, which is some kind of I don't know how to say it, but like a high-level tool to design games, but not really to design algorithms and stuff that's right to ship on
Oh, I got you.
ROMs.
Yeah.
Johan once told me he was really, really bad at algorithm and really didn't like them. Oh, I think Desmus is trying to... No? Where did it go? There was a blue door.
Yeah, no, he probably doesn't know it has only 1 blue door.
It could be a second. He might be looking for the animals, but it already passed the door.
Yeah.
Oh,
Diddy is, his Gameaholic rather, is on to the catch-up part of his Mother Brain 2 fight. So yeah, they'll be
Finish her off.
double eat, double ketchup in my run.
I hope the smooth is okay because there's some truly escape rooms after this.
Oh yeah, what's timer remaining? Yeah,
1:30. Yeah, he should be okay.
It should be okay, yeah. But you can.
Leodoc's room backwards is a tough room, though.
Yeah, indeed. This one, I fell down like twice.
Yeah, and he left the dangerous pirate alive.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is.
Okay, he's up the worst part of it. So now.
Okay, that's fine.
Good to go. I don't know why he's moonfalling here, but he's doing it.
Love the commitment. Gotta have the commitment to moonfall. Any opportunity, you gotta moonfall.
He did faster than me because when I went through this door, it was already in acid.
Yeah, you had a few knockdowns from the pirates in the wall jump section.
Yeah. When you go through it before the escape, you can pseudo screw, but then you really can't. The ship is below.
I think he's still looking for the animals, but he won't find them, unfortunately.
Yeah, they're only a right-facing door, but he's got 30 seconds to play with, so...
Yeah. No.
And Desmus has done it, finishing with an official SRL time of 2 hours and 15 minutes and 31 seconds.
Yeah, he's waiting this timer, but he'll face forward eventually.
Oh, I gave it prematurely. I apologize.
Yeah.
You know, we get it from the future. We get the time from the future, maniacal. So.
GG Desmus.
Oh my goodness. There it is.
13 hundredths left? Is that what that was there?
It was
he got it kind of close.
Oh, too close. Too close.
I think that's the last possible frame.
No, there'd be a couple frames past that, but like it closer than I'd want to cut it. But
I mean, one frame is 0.17 seconds. So yeah.
Yeah.
0.17. Yeah. Gameaholic on these
0.017.
0.017. Okay. Yeah. But
so we have like 8 frames.
Gameaholic on the escape now. I hope Desmus can lead him to the ship.
Yeah, there has been some communication. He didn't check any of the right doors.
Yeah, with full knowledge of the pathing here of what will take him to the end, we can suspect that Gameaholic can probably pretty safely make it through, but does have to contend with the Leodoc's room, and again chose to not kill the most obnoxious of the pirates. I'm not sure why.
It's an aesthetic choice as much as a moral one, maniacal.
Well, he kills him on round 2.
And okay, get. Yeah.
Got through Leodoc's, no problem. Only a couple more rooms.
I would stop short of saying that was no problem, but okay.
You know I'm a generous man, maniacal. I'm a generous commentator. You leave me be. Oh my goodness.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello and welcome in, Desmus. We're going to be joined by your partner in no time at all.
Yeah, Desmus is with us, and Gameaholic is finished.
Yeah, Gameaholic had to go do something, so he won't be joining the interview.
Oh, okay, great. Thanks for letting us know, Desmus. So GG's to Team Derust. Man, what a very challenging seed.
Who knew? I sure didn't. Who knew that you had to, after you defeated Kraid, that door unlocks? I didn't know that. So I was looking everywhere for Fantoon to unlock the final room, and that was the last place we checked.
Yeah, that was a big part of the story of this one. Just little quirks about how the route randomizer works. You and Diddy found the Fantoon room roughly concurrently. Like it was pretty close, and then it was just a matter of the backtrack and where is Fantoon, and Wish had found Fantoon fairly early, but yeah, you guys looked everywhere for it.
Yeah, I actually have like the scribbling of the whole map down.
Oh,
So like as I'm going through, you'll see me pause in rooms. That's me drawing out where I've been and where I can go. And
everyone's telling us about these maps. Woody was especially boastful about the quality of his map the other day. And I want to, like, in the general channel, because we're not going to see this mode again. I want to see scans of everyone's maps of their route randos. I want to see what the disaster looks like, I'll be honest.
oh my
Well,
gosh.
Maniacal, if I may interject, when Woody was doing a practice seed, his map was literally the ship with 4 arrows off of it. That's all he did.
Can we just get a map cam simultaneously? That's gorgeous.
Oh my gosh.
yeah, we just did like I don't know. I just checked back the Discord channel we have, but there was 3 messages. For
Oh
the
wow. Yeah, look at that map, Desmond.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of the big rooms where items were and a bunch of arrows.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
but no, that's pretty darn good.
That's real good, yeah.
That gives me a better idea of what was going on than I had, even though I've watched 4 people go through.
Yeah. The first race, I had maps as well. The last race, the very first race we did today was the first race I ever did of this, and I drew boxes instead of arrows for every interconnecting room, and it took like 3 pages. It took me forever.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, boiling the there's an entire branch here, but it's linear down to a single arrow. definitely progress in map
Yeah.
technology.
Yeah, it makes it a lot smaller, and you don't need to know the in between rooms as much as you need to know the big rooms, so I just cut them out.
Yeah, as long as you know, like, okay, this requires wave to go this way, or vary a suit or you will light yourself on fire. Things like that maybe can be good annotations. But I think
Yeah.
that's one of the things that teams will be developing kind of in the background that we don't get to see all that much.
For sure. Well, yeah. Is that every time Kraid shows up, is that always going to be an unlocked door right there once you defeat him?
So the
Yes.
way Kraid works is when you enter, the pre-Kraid room will be vanilla, and there will be a locked door. After Kraid dies, you'll have to go back to the left and then go through the other door to continue progressing.
I wish I knew that.
It is documented, and it's to keep you from ever going into the right side of Kraid's room, because that makes the game do bad things.
It was one of the last fix that was added in recent days when Liorans released Arcade, and it fixed that one, so it fixed the graphic, because the previous version of Root had the graphic and we had to pause to make them disappear.
I just saw your map, Desmos. It's really great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
So
Alright.
Oh, sorry, go ahead, Desmos.
I'm just going to say GG. Thanks for playing us. Thanks for letting us play. It was a lot of fun, other than that one little piece of information that we were missing. Neither of us knew it, but other than that, it was a lot of fun.
That's good. It's always good to have fun. We loved your commitment, both you and Gameaholic, to finishing the seed. All things considered, considering what the seed gave you all, really not that far behind, in my opinion. But what's on the slate for week 6 for Team Derust?
Well, week 5 is next.
Sorry, week 5. Thank you, Maniacal.
We could talk about week 6.
We could talk about week 6, but let's talk about week 5.
I don't know too much about it. I know Gameaholic and I are the ones that are playing again, so it's going to be us two again. And I don't know. I have a really tight schedule these days, so it's going to be rough to schedule it. But other than that, it's going to be a lot of fun still.
I'm looking ahead to week 5
Looks like
in
taking on Noble Fox.
Yeah, Noble Foxes. So that's actually going to be a really good matchup. let's see, the Noble Foxes are in the redesign division right now, have a record of 1-7. Team Derust with a record of 2-6. That should be a very competitive set of matches, just based on the current standings.
Yeah, for sure. I'm looking forward to it.
Outstanding. Well, thank you. GG's again to all of the runners. That was tremendous seed, tremendous race. So we really appreciate all your hard work, effort, commitment, determination, all of the above. There's not enough superlatives in my dictionary to describe you guys. I think you all did just an amazing job.
Yeah, it was a very great race. GG's to both teams, to FrencHForCe and Team Derust, and good luck to all of you guys in the subsequent weeks. Maybe not too much to FrencHForCe for next week, because I don't want to get beat too badly.
for round 7.
Yeah, round 7, round 6. Those. Best of luck.
This will be fun, and thanks to you for the commentary.
Go follow them commentators, please.
Yeah.
It's our pleasure. Yeah. Thank you so much for having a race and letting us do it, and a very special shout out to 2D Tones for tracking.
Yeah, 2D Tones did an awesome job keeping track of everything, even when I thought that we should actually grab Space Jump behind Dragon, and it wasn't tracked, and then he went back to get Space Jump, and I was like, nope, 2D Tones knew.
I forgot about that. I thought I don't know why. I was sure I went into Dragon from the bottom, but I didn't. So, and I was like, did I see this room? Or maybe it was on the other scene. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm definitely going the wrong way.
Yeah, it was a short-lived mistake, and it got corrected very quickly, but was tracked faithfully, and it's that attention to detail that I appreciate.
For sure.
Big thanks to the runners for participating, putting on a great race, and big thanks to Hockey for letting me hop in and join him.
He said, I want anyone to join me for commentary. I'm not picky. We take them all around here. If you love Super Metroid speedrunning, you got to sign up as a commentator.
All right. Well, thank you for having us, and I'm sure Gameaholic would want to say GG to the other team as well.
Well, thanks so much, Desmond.
Thanks, GG.
GG.
What do you think, Maniac? You gonna take us out?
Sure, Hockey. I can do the honors. I was gonna yield to you.
No. I got the opener. You get the close.
All right. Well, I'll be the closer then. Thank y'all so much for hanging out. We have one more League Season 3 Week 4 race. It's coming up at 8 p.m. Eastern tonight. I don't know. Let's see. It is going to be on Speed Gaming 2. The Highland Space Jump Frogs versus the Cooked Aussies, presently slated to be Ace Zero and Tracy versus Sasha Boss and Knucklehead. That's going to be an awesome race. I'm really looking forward to checking that out in just about an hour and a half. And then I'm sure the schedule is going to be packed in real soon, getting those Week 5 matchups scheduled. All the teams are sort of looking ahead. Next week, we're going to be seeing a major, minor, and boss randomizer mode, so everyone's gearing up and getting ready. But for now, we get one more crazy route rando seed to close out Week 4 coming up. Again, about 90 minutes, Speed Gaming 2. Be sure to check it out. And thanks again to the runners, Hockey, the tracker, Speed Gaming for hosting, and everyone for hanging out. And we'll see y'all next mission.